What up, squad? So, I was told to call the jail this morning to get some help, which I did, and I was ultimately hung up on and given no help. I drove out there, I called the county police department, who informed me to call the sheriff's department, so I did that. While I was on hold, one pulled up at the little gas station behind me, so I spoke to him. He was very helpful, very knowledgeable, very informative, and told me that I needed to call the county police department and inform them that it happened on the sidewalk and not on the detention center facility's property itself. So I did that, or that's what I'm doing now, and that's how we got to this point. So enjoy. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Yep. Thank you. Have a good one. Just to let you know, this call is being recorded. I need an officer dispatched out here into the field to help facilitate with a crime that happened. I'm trying to file some charges, and I need the person's information so that I can properly go to the commissioner.
What field?
Anne Arundel County property. I'm out here on the public sidewalk outside of Anne Arundel County Detention Center on Jennifer Road. I'm not on Jennifer Road property. The assault did not occur on Jennifer Road property. It occurred on the public sidewalk outside.
Okay, so it occurred on Jennifer Road, close to what intersection?
It occurred on the sidewalk outside, like where the public bus stops are.
Do you have the nearest intersecting street there?
It's where the hospital is the nearest intersecting street. I'm standing right out front of the detention center on the sidewalk.
Okay, hold on, sir.
I got you. I got you, I'm sorry. It's wherever the hospital is, that's the closest.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, please.
I got you. It happened last night. I tried to call out here. They said to call back in the morning. I called back once I was available this morning. They said they were doing some sort of emergency, that nobody could help me, and hung up on me. I called out to the county. The county told me to call the sheriffs. I just spoke to a sheriff out here that was filling up gas, and he said that it's you guys, that they don't do calls like that. But yeah, it happened. No, I do not need an ambulance.
1 second.
Thank you.
What color shirt you wearing?
Gray.
Are you waiting at the bus stop?
Yeah.
They'll be out to you as soon as possible.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. And now we'll play the waiting game. And we'll wait as long as it takes them to come out here and assist. Let the record reflect, it took all of about 45 seconds for my man to get out here. This is probably the fastest response I have ever had from Anne Arundel County. I was telling him I turned my camera off and it only took about 45 seconds. My man, what's up, buddy? I met you over at the
yes, that
county
was me.
attorneys.
Yes,
What's up, buddy?
Officer Lewis,
what's up, Officer Lewis?
2410, Anne Arundel County.
Yes, sir.
The reason I was so close because at the firehouse. He was in the
Oh,
bathroom.
my man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
So what's going on? The call note said you were assaulted.
Yes, sir. I was assaulted.
Right.
I know before there was like some discrepancies on like there being the video footage that I had or you guys not being able to see it. I have blatant video evidence from 2 different angles of an employee of this detention facility coming out here onto the public sidewalk and attacking me.
Okay, so what happened?
I was out here setting up my tripod on the public sidewalk. I wasn't on their property. I wasn't behind that gate. I was literally on the public sidewalk where you see the bus stop at. So I know it's a public sidewalk.
Okay.
I was setting it up. A gentleman that was up there on the railing just got released from the detention center. Asked me, hey, are you a photographer? First he asked me for a cigarette. 9 years in August. Feel fucking great. So then I told him, or he asked if I was a photographer. I said, yeah. He asked what I, take pictures of. And I said, government buildings, architecture. I'm a big architecture snob. I love to check out cool buildings. When I went to say, on the East Coast and give my spiel about East Coast and big, like, governmental Roman-style buildings and a lot of old cathedrals, the gentleman popped up behind me. He was very quickly. I mean, I hadn't even had time to set the tripod up. That's how quick he was out there on me, talking about, what are you doing? I was taking pictures. You have to leave the property. And I said, well, I'm on public property. You can't do that. Then I knew, I only had my body cam on. I knew that it was going to get hostile just by the way he had approached me and how he was acting already. So I grabbed this camera off the ground. I turned it on. And as soon as I turned it on, why are you recording me? You can't. And I explained to him, you don't have an expectation of privacy out in public, sir. And then he turned and he gets mad and he looks up and then he comes back at me. And as if you were holding the camera, he reached out and grabbed it once and tried to rip it off the thing, but it's held on there. I pulled it back and said, don't touch my shit, bro. I was holding it in his hand.
Right.
Said, don't touch my shit, bro. He reached at it again, grabbed it a second time, and I thought he was going to reach a third time, so you'll see me actually like swing my hand down, but he just stood there and was like, don't fucking record me, and then walked back inside Okay. And they stood in there and refused to answer the phone and
okay, so he's still
anybody.
in there?
No, this was last night. I tried to call them and get help. They didn't want to help, so I called back out here in the morning. When I got home from what I was doing this morning, they said there was some emergency going on that they couldn't help me right now, and they just hung up on me. It wasn't like can you leave a message? Can we take a number? It was something's going on. Da da da. They hung up on me, so that's when I called the county. They directed me to the sheriff. I spoke to a sheriff over here while getting gas, and then he told me to call you guys again, and then I called you guys again.
Okay. So you said it was yesterday, so the 26th?
Yes, sir. Last night.
You know what time?
It happened after 7:15 because 7:15 is when I turned my camera on. So it would
so
be
you were out here around 7:15?
Yep, 7:15. I would say the assault probably occurred around 7:30 at most. Because I turned the camera on down as I was walking on the sidewalk. I came over here, checked out the signage at the parking lot. I realized they put up new signs saying that it's like employee parking only and stuff like that. So I just wanted to check out the signs and see when those changed. And like I said, yeah, I got over there across the street before I even got set up. So it was probably about 7:30.
So can you describe the subject that you had the encounter with?
He was probably 5'10" to 6'1", black male, very dark complexion, probably about 220, beard, no glasses. He had like the full mustache, goatee, chin strap, beard,
everything,
like the whole, yeah, just like yours, but it was like a thick, dark-haired one, no gray hair, anything like that. His name was Sims, S-I-M-S. He was wearing a name tag that identified himself, so I could see that it said Sims. He never once identified himself as, hey, I work here. Obviously, he was wearing a uniform, but who knows? Anybody could walk up with a uniform. I didn't see him come out the door. He just walked up behind me.
Can you just give Sergeant a call and see if he wants to come out here? The whole incident happened last night. Huh? Keep going.
So, yeah, I forget what I was even saying just then.
You said his badge said Sims.
Oh, yes, his badge said Sims. So, like I said, anybody could be wearing a police uniform or a corrections officer uniform. So those are even easier to acquire than a police uniform.
So what did he say when he came out to you?
He walked up and he said, what are you doing here, buddy? And I said, what's up? And he said, what are you doing here, buddy? And I said, taking, photography. I believe I said just taking photos, but I believe I said photography. One of those two phrases. Like I said, I was talking to the gentleman that was up on the railing about photography, so I wasn't really like inclined to have a conversation with him from the get-go. Hey, this is what I'm doing, da da da. Well, you can't be doing that here. And that's when I realized through his hostility something's going on, and that's when I grabbed the second camera and then turned towards him like, okay, let me document this shit now. And yeah. Like I said, there was a witness. I didn't want to get that guy's name. I didn't want to put him in anything. He had just got out of lockup.
So he told you couldn't be recording, told you had to leave.
Yeah, he said you can't be. He said well, first he said, what are you recording? And I said the building. And he said, this is secure. This is a secure facility. Da da da. And I said, you're right, sir. Behind those gates and stuff, it's a secure facility. But out here on the public sidewalk where there's a bus stop and stuff, it's not secure. That's a public sidewalk. Yeah, but the building is secure. And I said, I understand that, but I'm not on your building's property. I'm on public property. And I tried to explain the whole spiel about First Amendment protected activities and photography in public. And that's when he got mad. Why are you recording me? And that's when I explained to him again, sir, do you believe that there's an expectation of privacy in public? And he goes, yeah. So he obviously is very, I would say, like, uneducated and just untrained in the subject matter. But yeah, no, from the get-go, it wasn't like we had to.
Camera?
It was right after he said, don't record me, don't record me. And I was standing there, he approached me and I said, sir, don't touch my camera, because he reached out once and kind of put his hand out. And I said, sir, don't touch my shit. I believe I said shit. I started cussing at this point because now I'm feeling a little, fearful. I took a step back. Yes, sir.
All we have is the name is Sims.
Sims.
Yep.
So I took a step back. At that point, I believe I almost had stepped off of the sidewalk into where the crosswalk was. He followed me out there, and that's when he grabbed it the first time. I, ripped it back and said, don't touch my shit, bro. He grabbed it again. I said, don't touch my shit, bro. And I thought he was going to grab it a third time. I swung forward, and he didn't grab for a third time.
You grabbed it the first time, you pulled it away. Grabbed it a second time, you said, get off my shit.
I wouldn't say like I necessarily pulled it away. I just held it. When he tried to pull it, I held it firm to where I had it, and it kind of came back out of his shit. So.
And then, did he grab it a third time, or he just did it twice?
He grabbed it twice. He had reached out the first time and kind of extended his hand, and that's what led me to believe he was going to reach for it. So I said, sir, don't touch my stuff, da da da. I took a step back. He reached out the second time, actually grabbed it. Reached out a third time, actually grabbed it. I assumed he was going to reach out once more, but he did not reach out again. It was just the initial kind of hesitant, like, pump fake, and then the 2 grabs of the camera itself. But I have the body cam angle and this camera angle, so you can see both of them.
So after
my man was working here last night.
After that happened, how did things transpire for that?
I sat there and told him, you know, don't touch my shit, bro. You're not allowed to touch my shit. Who you think you are touching my shit? You know, you got the wrong one today. He was walking back towards the building, not saying anything, and I'm sitting there going, why do you think you have the right to touch my shit? Or some sort of phraseology of, you know, why do you think you can touch my shit? Who gives you the right to touch my shit?
So essentially, he did all the reaching and grabbing, and then he walked away. Okay.
Yeah, he came out, attacked me, and then he walked away. Yes, sir. Yep. I attempted to walk over here. I checked to see if there were any, like, signs on the steps or posted at, like, the grass area that says no trespassing or not to come up to the front door. There wasn't, so I walked up to the front door, at which time an employee was actually, like, leaning over, looking out of it, and she hit the emergency, like, handicap button. The door's open, and she started to run away, so I made a little joke like, oh, run in there before it closes, haha. But then I was like, man, I'm not coming in there. You guys are fine. You act like I'm so scary. All I'm doing is holding a camera. You assaulted me. The door shut. I walked away. Went home. Did my thing.
You said you tried to contact their supervision?
Yeah, I did. I called out here today. I spoke to, I guess, just like the basic front desk or dispatcher, whoever.
So you've had no real response?
Yeah, no. They put me on hold to get somebody to actually help me, and then they came back and said, oh, you know, there's an emergency going on in the jail. There's not a sergeant, a corporal, or a lieutenant, or a captain to help you. And I go, what do you mean that there's no one to help me? There's no one to help. And I go, why are you yelling at me, sir? I see where the attitude comes from. And then you just hang up on me. Yes, sir. Nope, one on. One on.
What was the birthday again? And the phone number?
410-555-5555.
All right, let me get you a case number, okay?
Gotcha, bro. Appreciate you. My body cam's gonna die because I didn't charge my camera last night.
Are you in a court call?
Bro, I can't even make this shit up. There's just 3 of them standing up there at the desk, and I point the camera like this, and they all scurry back behind. This thing can't even see that far over there. Even if I went home and zoomed in as far as I could.
All right.
That's funny.
That's the case number, all my info.
Gotcha.
Exactly the same way, most of the same information I gave you the last assault. If we're going to try and find out the guy's actual information.
Yeah, he works right here, so we can find it out, and then I'm going to go right to the...
That's what we're going to try and do.
Gotcha.
When we figure it out, we will put it in the report, either the initial report or a supplement.
Gotcha.
Which is what you have the case number for. You can always go to Millersville.
Oh, no, I'll wait right here while we find out.
That's what he's on the phone doing right now.
I got you. Well, I'll wait around.
My shift ends in
a couple minutes. I got you. Probably 3. Yeah, I got you.
So we'll see what happens.
I got you.
If I can't get the information right now, like he's not working or it's going to take some time, like I said, it'll go in the report as a supplement. You'll still have access to it.
Okay.
You'll just have to go up to Millersville and actually get a copy so you can see it laid out, and then you can do your own charges that way.
Oh man, that seems like a lot when he works right here at this building.
Right. So I'm hoping that they can give us the information and I can put him in the report.
Yeah.
That's what he's working on.
Do we know what time the lobby closes? Because I don't know. I came out here late last night.
I don't know anything about their hours, their manpower, their staffing. Nothing.
I got you. I
don't know anything. The only interaction I have with them is in the very back.
I got you. Alrighty. Well, I will go try and see if the front desk will give me any help. Obviously, I'm not going to go in any unauthorized areas. You know, I don't need to explain to you that. I know what I'm doing.
Let me talk to this guy real quick.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Lieutenant from Corrections is on the board.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
I'm the warden. I'm the facility administrator here. For the detention center. Gentlemen say, all I know is the officer's name is Sims. Is that any advice to we need his information just for the report, and he's going to need it if he chooses to press charges. Okay. What information would you like?
First name, last name, phone number, date of birth.
Is that Borges? Borges?
Yes, sir.
You related to a Chris Borges?
No.
No, see, I worked with a young man named Chris down in town at Puster's for many years, so
It's an
it's a cool
uncommon
kid.
name.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. Let me get the lieutenant to get that information for you, okay?
cool. I say, yeah, that's a very uncommon last name to see, Borges.
Yeah. Okay. Well, lieutenant.
As long as you guys are aware of what he says aloud, that could
Yep. You're more than welcome to film and.
I try to tell him, yeah. I try to explain to him.
I understand.
Gotcha.
So we'll supply the information. The lieutenant is going to retrieve the information for Officer Sims.
Yes, sir.
Feel free to, as far as we're concerned, it's just file charges.
Yep.
If that's what you wish.
Yes, sir. Yep.
We'll go from there.
Well, I will let you know, Mr. Michael Borges, that I did actually give him the opportunity last night when I walked over to the door to see if there was any signage on your front door to maybe get some help from there. I gave him an opportunity to apologize, and I said, hey, I'll give you one opportunity to apologize and just say you're sorry, and I won't pursue this any further. So I gave him the opportunity to say, hey, look, as a man, I fucked up. I didn't understand. I apologize. He chose to sit there and make faces and laugh at me from behind the door, so I will be pursuing this as far as need be. If you just come give me an apology, I won't report you. If you just come say you're sorry, I won't report this. No? I'll give you one chance to be a man and just say you fucked up and say you're sorry. Okay, alright. Alright. I always give everybody a chance to do the right thing and apologize for being a dumbass.
Which is your right.
Gotcha. But I did try to, you know what I mean? I tried to have just like a man-to-man, hey, look, I fucked up, my bad, bro. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to tell people, hey, look, I fucked up.
That's right.
I'll make sure that information gets out. Do you need me anymore?
No, I literally just need Sim's info and I'm out of here. That's it.
Yo.
He's getting it. Just give him a couple minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate
All right.
you.
Have a
Thank
good
you, sir.
day.
Thank you, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. Do you guys know when they actually did change this parking lot? As far as I could find back on 2019, they didn't have these signs up, but in 2021 they had the
It's not something we do.
employee. Yeah, I didn't know. Didn't know if you happen to see. Mr. Michael might know. I had a question though when I was out here last night. The signs for like the detention staff things, that when I looked on Google Maps as far back as 2019 they weren't there, but as early as 2021 they were. I was just curious when they got installed. I'm an inherently curious person. I just love to know shit. That's all.
Probably about 2 years ago.
Okay.
But we have street parking
Down here. Yep.
all along
Yes, sir.
both sides of Jennifer Road for
And they've extended that like through the night, correct? I believe, or
up to 11 o'clock.
11
at
o'clock.
night.
Yep. Yes, sir.
But generally enough is shut down that
Exactly.
nobody's getting inside the detention center.
After 11. Yep.
Yeah.
They say nothing good happens after 12 p.m. anyway.
Both sides.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen.
Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sims' information. If
Thank you,
would
gentlemen.
like to go ahead and file
Yep.
charges.
Awesome.
And, you
Good
got
to
the
go?
Case number of my info, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good one, man.
You guys have a good one. Thank you, officers. Thank you, officers. And then the commissioner's office is over here, so we will go in and file these charges accordingly. I think I'm going to put my other battery in the GoPro because this one's only got 15% left. Oh, District Court Commissioner entrance. I'm going to need my right hand.
How you doing, Commissioner's office?
How you doing, sir?
Yes, I can help.
I need to file some charges.
Oh, open the door.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, second door. Oh, thank God, a water fountain. It's hot as heck out there. Sorry, it's hot. I had to grab a drink. I need to file some assault charges on this gentleman.
Yes, sir. Did the incident happen in the Anne Arundel County area?
Yes, sir. It actually happened right out front here.
So this is going to be the application right
Okay.
here. When you're filling this out, the complaint will be yourself.
Okay.
The defendant will be the person you're filing against.
Okay.
Anything that you feel is confidential, such as maybe an address or a phone number, you don't have to put it in.
Okay. Awesome.
Are you going to do it here with us or are you going to take it with you?
Yeah, I'll do it right here.
Let me get you
Awesome. Appreciate you.
As soon as you're done, let me know and we'll go ahead and get you in front of a commissioner.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
You're aware you can't record in a court facility. You have to have permission by the administrative judge.
I didn't know this was a court
It
facility.
is. You're in the District Court of Maryland. Right?
Okay, I'll turn this off. I apologize. Alrighty, I just left the commissioner's office. I was not aware that that is technically considered like a court facility. It is right there. It does say District Court Commissioner's entrance. So that would also fall under Maryland Rule 16-208, recording in courthouse and courthouse facilities. This is one of those facilities. So I had to turn my camera off while I was in there, but went ahead and filed the charges. Unfortunately, because the gentleman works for the county and or the state of Maryland, and he was within the confines of his duty yesterday, it has to be reviewed by the state's attorney's office first to see if they're going to pursue charges. So I'm not really quite sure how that works that way. Anybody else can go file charges and they get filed right away, but I have to wait in limbo for up to 15 days and see if the state's attorney's office is going to do something about it and then contact me back. So I need to wait 15 days from today. If not by then, or if by then I haven't heard back from anybody, I will definitely be contacting the state's attorney's office as the commissioner told me to do. And yeah, so alrighty, squad, till next time, be safe out there, take it easy, and peace out.